Hi friends, welcome back. So as you can see, I have done a couple of personal videos lately, and guess what? Get ready for more. Yeah. So, I love tarot, and I love self-published tarot decks, and I love Dang Baker. I love sharing those with all of you. But I've come to realize that I have 25 decks I'm waiting on from Kickstarter. And I'm never going to catch up unless I stop backing Kickstarters. So what I have decided to do is, for the time being, I'm going to stop backing Kickstarters. The only decks I'm going to back are from those people who I have backed previous decks from, whose works I love. Obviously, people like Joanna Nelson, Katie Welsh, Cheryl Marchetti. Those people, I will definitely back their works again and again and again. But as for new people, unless it's something that I'm going to die for, which means it's got to be creepy AF, I'm not going to do it. I'm kind of going to take my life and maybe a part of this channel in a different direction. So, let me introduce you to my WitchyBu life. How's that? Yeah, I thought I would share with you what it's like to be me, what it's like to be retired, be a witch, and now be a Soto Zen Buddhist. How about that, right? I wouldn't have thunk it myself in a million years, but things happen. People change. Those tower moments in our lives send us in directions that we never ever saw on our radar. What a wonderful journey that is. What a gift that is. When you're going through it, it's not a gift. But when you get on the other side, you realize how much of a gift it actually was. So, hi! Today was one of those amazing WitchyBu days where everything just aligned perfectly. Now, that doesn't happen all the time. I mean, most of us are flying by the seat of our pants on a day-to-day basis. You know, you get up in the morning, you have breakfast, coffee, whatever, out the door, you gotta go to work, kids need dress, cereal, lunches, what have you, get to work, boss is yelling at you, co-workers are going at it, and you're just trying to do your job. You get home, grocery shopping, the whole, through the day. And I know it's rare moments for folks to catch their breath and get that moment of Zen, or even that moment of witchcraft, but it can be found during the day. I found some of these things even when I was working. I'm definitely getting more of it now that I'm retired, because I'm not working and I have more time in my day. That is the only reason. But there's still things you can do. So I'm going to take you through what my perfect WitchyBu day was like today. And as you can see, I still have wet hair from coming out of the bath, and I will explain that one too. So this morning I got up, and it's Sunday, and we have a Sunday service. We have a Sunday service. Buddhists have a Sunday service. You don't have to go. It's up to you. If you want to go, you can go. If you don't, you don't have to. Not a big deal. But there is a service. Today I went because we had a special guest who showed us how to eat oryoki style. And oryoki is the way they ritually eat in a monastery, or if you're at a retreat, um, those types of situations, it's a ritualized way to eat. And it was very interesting and fascinating, and I enjoyed it very, very much. And then, as part of service, you usually meditate for 20 minutes. And we had our 20-minute meditation. As a Buddhist, I meditate twice a day. I meditate for 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the evening before I go to bed. After service, I usually go to my handy dandy new traveler's notebook. Thank you, Tony. And I'm going to show you how this works. So in the morning, after I have sat my 20-minute meditation, I have lots of books in here. But the back book, this book is my my Buddhist journal, which is interesting because in my teachings I have learned that students are required to keep a daily journal, which is hard for me because I'm not a journaler, I'm not a writer. And I have struggled with this for, well, I've been practicing a little over a year and a half now. And I saw Tony, Antoinette Intuitive Tarot and Jewelry, and she had a lovely traveler's notebook with all the things in it, and I thought, ooh, that might help me because all my books are all over the place. So I now have my journal right here, so I write in my journal. And then as part of my student program, we are working on this book here, Bringing Meditation to Life, 108 meditations. So it's one of these a day, and then we have someplace online where we write our thoughts about it. So I do that. And then I start moving on to, I just found this book, which is a horoscope, and it gives you your daily horoscope. So I got that for fun. And then this, my Witch's Spell a Day Almanac. This is my absolute favorite book ever. I get this, I've been getting this book for years. There are so many great spells and things in here that today, or rather yesterday, was it yesterday? Anyway, I read today's, but it was Friday. It was, so you see my bookmark. So it was Friday, October 1st, and there was something in here about attuning to water, and that got my attention. But Friday, I couldn't get to the beach. I was doing stuff. And Saturday, I was doing stuff. But today, I got to the beach. And the beach was calling. It was calling to me before I got to Friday's thing, because it dawned on me, I've been on vacation for the whole month of August, and then I was pretty much home the majority of September. I think I kind of had post-vacation depression because it just didn't feel like leaving the house or doing much. And then I left on another beautiful 1-week trip away, which was everything I needed it to be, and it rejuvenated me so that when I got home, I realized how kind of disconnected I'm feeling from home. And I kept saying to myself on Friday, I got to get back to the beach. I got to get back to the beach. And today it just so happened to work out. After liturgy, I was like, I'm going to the beach, which I did. I went to the beach. I walked the beach for about an hour, and I found some wonderful things. And I'm going to share videos and pictures after all of this to show you what I did with my day. And so, yeah, I took my mala. I made this mala. Well, I bought the abalone shell. and I bought the beads, but I made the mala. And then I found this great hagstone at the beach. Of course, I turned it into a necklace. And I found someone who makes jewelry specific to Amphitrite. So I bought a couple of her bracelets, and I also have an anklet. And when I go all in on a deity, I go all in. And I have a travel charm that has a little seahorse at the bottom. So yes, that's going to go in my car. But today, when I was down at the beach, it was a rededication. And I took all of these things, and all of it went in the Pacific Ocean. I went in the Pacific Ocean as a rededication, as a coming home to the sea, to the land, to where I live, to my home, to my community, to my people. This is my place. This is where I belong. And it was a very powerful reconnecting moment for me. When I first got in touch with Amphitrite, I gathered all kinds of shells and stones and things from the beach. But now I'm at a point where I only take what I don't often see on the beach. If it's just regular seashells, I don't take those. Because whatever the sea throws out, the sea pulls back in. And some of those intact shells can be reused by other animals. One of the other things that struck me today, and again, every time you go to the beach, there's something different. There's a new lesson to be learned, either from the water, from the air, from the birds, from the beach itself. But today, for the first time, I noticed I was walking along the beach, and it was like hard underneath me, and I thought, what is that? And I bent over, and it was hundreds of little teeny tiny shells. There are creatures living in each one of those teeny tiny shells. Some will make it, some won't. But I couldn't help thinking about the luck of the draw, the luck of the sea, I guess, with when and if those shells go back into the water and where they end up. So that was a pretty powerful connection for me today in thinking about that. So also when I left the beach to continue my reconnection, I went to a favorite Mexican restaurant that I haven't been to in months. And lo and behold, 3 weeks ago, they had completely redecorated the whole place. Now this restaurant has been here for 70 plus years, and it has never been remodeled. The way it was built was the way it has been for the last 70 years. And 3 weeks ago, they remodeled, and it's gorgeous. It's wonderful. They have updated everything. It was just amazing to be in that new space. But the food is the same. The food hasn't changed. That stayed the way it always was. And so that was another comforting thing about coming home. Things change, but some things stay the same. So I enjoyed an absolutely delightful meal. And as I'm on my way home, I'm thinking to myself, I'm out and about already. I really need to go to the grocery store. So I thought, well, this way I won't have to go tomorrow. And truthfully, I've been eating junk food because when I came back from my Seattle trip, I had no food in the house because I ate it all before I left. So, we have to change this. So, I went to the grocery store and I got myself some good things to eat, some fruit, some veg. I'm going to have some spaghetti for 2 or 3 days. And yeah, and I bought flowers. And I'll tell you why. So, I come home, I put all my food away, I'm really feeling good. And then I remember the Spell a Day, the Witch's Spell a Day Almanac. And for Friday, the spell was attuning to water. How about that? So I had a bath and I put some bath salts in, and I had my Love Yourself candle, and I had incense lit, and I turned the lights off, and I had me a nice little soak after saying this wonderful little attunement to water, which I'll share in the description. I am feeling, I can't tell you how wonderful this whole entire day has been. And so I'm out of the bath now, and I got to thinking about, again, the Witch's Almanac, because there's another spell for today. And that spell is calling the witch ancestors. And I'm going to, again, I'll link Llewellyn's Spell a Day. On Llewellyn's website, you can go to Spell a Day, and you can see it every day, the new spell, if you don't want to get the book. But I personally love the book. I mark these things up, especially with spells I've used before that I really like, I really connect with, or spells I want to try. So today I'm going to share with you what I'm going to do for calling my witch ancestors. Also, since I've been home, I cleaned my ancestor altar and I've redone it. So that's part of the process of changing seasons too. But anyway, back to today. So when I was at the grocery store, I realized that this spell called for, of all things, a turnip. So I found a little turnip. It calls for a mini pumpkin. So I got me a mini pumpkin. You need 1 white candle and 1 black candle. And fortunately, at the meet and greet, I was gifted a white and a black spell candles. So yay, I have that. And then it asked for an incense. Now the incense says equal parts anise, coriander, and cardamom. I don't have any of those things. But what came in my witchy swag bag? Cinnamon apple cone incense. That's my incense. So, if you have these things, go gather round and get the stuff and the things. Or if you would like to do this spell tomorrow or later this week or something along those lines, then feel free to go to the store, pick up your stuff, come back here to the video, and do the spell with me again. But here we go. I'm going to attempt to do this. So let's call to our witch ancestors. I need to get my incense out. You gotta get all the tools set up, don't you? And you know, I didn't get anything set up when I came out. I just pulled out all the stuff because that's what we do. Ooh, I do have scissors over here, so I'm gonna open my incense. Otherwise, I would struggle with opening the package. Oh, I just noticed who joined us. That's interesting. Okay, so I have my lovely cinnamon apple incense. So, all right. Let's see what our directions say. So, it says, calling the witch ancestors. While modern jack-o'-lanterns are made from pumpkins, they were originally made from hollowed out turnips. This spell honors the past and builds strength for the future. So gather these items. I showed you the turnip, the candle, the pumpkin, the white candle, the incense. So on a table, place the turnip to the left with the black candle behind it. Okay, so I'm doing this down here. I will show you once I get it set up, because I only got so many hands. So we're going to place the turnip to the left with the black candle. Okay, turnip to the left, with the black candle behind it. Okay, and then pumpkin to the right with the white candle behind it. And then we have our incense in the middle. Okay. Hold on. All right. Where is lighter? Because you need to probably you need to anchor your black and white candles onto something, hopefully. Hopefully you can melt them enough. All right, why is this not working? The things we witches do, right? Okay. Maybe if I put it on a clean spot. Okay. That was it. I was trying to put it on top of wax that was already there, and it wasn't having it. So you're not having it either, are you? Well, that was difficult. Okay, let me get stuff out of the way here. The stuff and the things. All right, I'm gonna point you down. Let's see if I can. Oh, hello. That is not what I had planned. Hold on. Hold on here. Let's see. All right, there are my pumpkins. Okay. Well, you guys can certainly see a professional witch at work here. Whew. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. Closer. Okay, so here we go. So this is my left and this is my right. So you guys are backwards. Maybe I should turn it around. I don't know. Trying to do this towards me because I think that's where it needs to go. So here's how it works. So we've got everything placed on the table and it says, think of the witches of the past who paved the way for our modern practice. Focus on asking them for guidance and help in advancing your craft. Safely light the black candle, then the white candle, and the incense. And while you do so, you're going to say, to build a bond and call, on your power hidden, company of witches past, grant me guidance and strength this hour. I call those before this spell I cast. For highest good, joyous and free, as I will, so mote it be. Snuff out the candles and incense. Use the turnip and pumpkin as decorations to remind you of your ancestor magic. Ta-da! Easy peasy, very simple. I'm going to let these burn for a few minutes and I'm going to pull you up and we'll chat some more. Ooh, let's see if I can do this without dropping you this time. How easy is that? To just remind yourself of your witch ancestors. How many of us have forgotten that turnips were so readily available and that pumpkins weren't even a thing? People didn't even eat pumpkins back then. It was the turnip. And so to bring the old with the new, with the black and the white and the incense of the season, I think it's just magical. And so I'm not sure where I want to put these. If I want to put these on my ancestor altar, or if I want to put them on my working altar, which is kind of right here in front of me to remind me every day of where I came from and how far I've come because of those before me. So, there is a lovely little spell. In addition to this, I also have a healing candle that I do on Sundays. Now, this healing candle I get from my local witchcraft store. It is specific for healing. I have chosen specific stones to surround the base that have to do with all different kinds of healing, from emotions to love to fractured families to spiritual. Everything and anything is covered under my healing candle. And every Sunday I light my healing candle at around 8 p.m. Pacific time for half an hour for any and all of those who need healing. whether I know you or not. If I do know you, I'm often thinking about you when I have this candle going. And I'm sending you all kinds of love and good wishes and for things to be well in your world, or as well as they possibly can be. So that is something I also do. My last thing of the evening is going to be, again, a 20-minute sit before I go to bed. I meditate for 20 minutes before I go to bed. And I will probably write something in my journal here before I go to bed as well. So there you have it. Today was my perfect WitchyBu day. I had a wonderful WitchyBu day. I connected with my Buddha, my Buddha nature I connected with in different ways, as much as I connected with the ocean and my goddess Amphitrite and Poseidon, as much as I connected with the land and my community and my home. So, and Baker being right here says an awful lot, because she doesn't do this. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing, and this was a good day. So I hope you all enjoyed a little look into my WitchyBu life, and I'm going to bring you more stuff like this as things come up in the WitchyBu Witch House. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. I love answering questions. If I can't answer it, I will see if I can find a way to pass you to someone who can help you. Yeah, and I hope you all have a fantastic and amazing week, and please enjoy the photos and the other videos that I'm going to show you of my day. And with that, I send you so much love. Mwah.